that's where I wanted to go to end this show, is laying out this quarterback landscape and laying out the teams who actually still need quarterbacks. Because I was thinking today and looking over the draft and looking over the prospects and looking over who needs quarterbacks, and this might be a draft where we see maybe one quarterback drafted in the first round. We might not see any quarterbacks drafted in the first round.
Yeah,
So,
you will.
Dylan, I'll start with you. Give me the teams that need a quarterback in this league right now. Who you think need to go out and get a quarterback this year?
Draft or free agency?
Either way. Just
Carolina Panthers.
List to me the quarterback needy teams.
Carolina Panthers are atop the list. I think they need a quarterback. I think the Falcons could look maybe early second round. Maybe that's the spot they go. But I still think, I mean, you sign Marcus Mariota, that's still a bridge, right? And maybe the Steelers also look, but I know they really like Mason Rudolph. That we've talked about how we like Mr. Trubisky. I think it's Seattle and Carolina are the main two that you look at right now, saying that they need quarterbacks.
So Seattle and Carolina, potentially Atlanta, and then potentially Pittsburgh later on in the draft, because they're not going to go out and sign anyone. They already signed someone. So that's what, 3 or 4 teams that actually need a quarterback? Like
I could say
wild.
Houston signed someone too. They could sign maybe an Andy Dalton.
With this, so the thing with that thought process is absolutely all these teams are going to get a quarterback. All the Giants, they're going to get a quarterback.
False.
It's about when. It's about what they will. The Giants will get a quarterback. Watch.
I think they get better.
Not a chance. Not a chance.
They will draft one late. Listen, it's not about who they bring in. It's about when they go and get them. You're talking Seattle. Yeah, they are already talking up Drew Lock. Like they are. I think Drew Lock is on their mind the starter going in day one. Do I think they're going to waste their first round pick on a quarterback? No. I think they wait. Pittsburgh, you bring in Mitchell Trubisky. Are you going to go out? Maybe you think about it, but you're like, do I really want to spend my first round pick on this when I can get something else? No, you'll wait. The teams that are absolutely going to go quarterback at some point in time are the teams you mentioned. It's just about when. That's why, to Vinny's point, there might be only one drafted in the first round, because what you see happen is the team that really thinks they need one, they go, well, we got Mariota. We can wait. We can wait a few rounds to get one. And then as all the quarterbacks drop, every team is starting to think the same thing. Well, no quarterback's been taken. We can wait. We like Malik Willis, but is there a big difference between Malik Willis and Corral and Kenny Pickett and Desmond Ridder? Like, is there a big difference? No. So then you start to push down and down and down. And next thing you know, the first quarterback off the board is late first round, early second round, and then things start to change.
I can see that.
Bailey might be right with Detroit. I think we're
they'll get one.
Like Jared Goff, forgot about him.
Yeah, I think
they'll get one.
That's the thing with Detroit. I mean, you think about Detroit has 2 picks in this draft. They pick early in the draft, and they own that Rams pick at 32nd in the draft. So you could see the draft. We could realistically.
But they're not taking a quarterback at 2 or 3 or whatever they pick.
Take him at 32.
At 32, what if we had that hype where it's, oh my God, no one has taken a quarterback in this draft yet, and then 32 rolls around and it's Detroit taking Malik Willis or a Kenny Pickett or someone like that. That'd be a fun night of draft coverage. I'll tell you that. That'd be a lot of fun. Now, for these teams, say like a Seattle, we talk about when they're going to take one. You look at the landscape right now of the quarterbacks available, whether it's via trade or whether it's via this weird free agent market and Cam Newton and Danny Dalton and Fitzmagic. Do you see any of these? So I would say Baker Mayfield and Jimmy Garoppolo, those two have to be traded, right? Cleveland can't go into the season with Baker Mayfield, and San Francisco can't go into the season with Jimmy G, right?
Baker Mayfield, yes, he won't be on the Cleveland Browns. They'll find a way to either cut him or whatever if they can't trade him for whatever. But Jimmy Garoppolo could very well be on the 49ers to start the year.
He just won't.
The more things are happening, the more I think it's likely to happen. Look, you don't have a trade partner for him right now because of a hurt shoulder. He can't go to offseason workouts on a new team. No team is really looking for a starter of Jimmy Garoppolo's caliber. Most of the teams right now have a starter of that caliber. Maybe you say, if you're Seattle, you try to find a way, but the 49ers are going to trade Seattle Jimmy Garoppolo. They're in the same division. So where is that team? Where's that team that Jimmy can come in and say, I can compete for a job? It's not really there. So then you have to start looking at, well, Makes sense just to bring him back. Maybe Trey Lance is not ready, or even if you are going to go with Trey Lance, you wait for Jimmy Garoppolo. Maybe you start Trey Lance, but then you trade Jimmy Garoppolo mid-season to a team that loses a quarterback to injury, or maybe a quarterback that's not panning out.
Best move right there.
I don't know that there's a huge quarterback market out there now, when just 2 weeks ago there was. Right now you look at it. Where do you go? I don't know. I don't know that there's a spot for Baker Mayfield to start this year. I really don't.
I don't think there's one for Baker. Do you think that Jimmy Garoppolo could go to Carolina? They'd waste another draft pick trying to trade for.
I don't think Carolina does that. I was
but
thinking about
why? Yeah, why give him a pick or anything when you got Sam Darnold there, who's still young, who's and you're paying him a little bit? Like, you might as well just roll with him and then draft.
You're not there yet to go out and acquire Jimmy Garoppolo or Baker Mayfield. And it's crazy to think about. I mean, I think that you say that Baker Mayfield's not going to be a starter this year. I can see him going to the Seattle Seahawks. And I mean, there's reports. I just got a report just a few moments ago saying
what is Seattle going to give up?
They want. Hey, I saw a report today that said that they want a pick with Baker Mayfield to eat his money.
Yeah, why would you want to eat that money and then go out and you're probably going to want to draft one anyways because you're unsure about the guy. He's on an expiring contract. What is the point? You might as well use that asset to go get more draft picks, especially when you're rebuilding.
I mean, I think that they end up getting Baker Mayfield on, and I don't want to say it's a steal, but I think that they get Baker Mayfield on the cheap because the market for these quarterbacks is not there. I mean, maybe Carolina goes for a Baker Mayfield, but I don't see that happening. And then
I think you're giving Baker Mayfield too much credit.
0 to 100% chance Baker Mayfield's released.
65%.
No, they can't release him. It's too much money. He's making $30 million, isn't he?
Are you just gonna have him be a backup?
Like, I mean, isn't his the dead cap hit like 30 million?
What if Watson gets suspended and Baker goes in there to start?
There's no way Baker Mayfield is going to the start of the season.
I honestly, I see a team. I see a team like the Giants, even though they said they're trying with Daniel Jones. I see a team like that. I really do. Maybe Carolina does it, but I don't know why. I really don't. I don't know why. There's very, very few spots where I feel like that's a fit to deal with the circus that you're getting in Baker Mayfield.
Detroit wouldn't make a move like that because they got Goff, correct?
Yeah.
Correct. That's one other spot that maybe Detroit. They have Goff, but I mean, they are probably one of the few teams that could trade for Baker Mayfield, bench Goff, and eat that him being on the bench and be okay with it because they don't have a lot of players that they're paying, and they have a lot, a rebuilding kind of mechanism in their culture right now. So I don't know.
That actually, if there's a best fit for Baker Mayfield, Detroit might be it.
Dan Campbell might choke him out, though. I don't know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I feel like with Baker Mayfield's attitude towards things, he's got that. Like whether you think Baker Mayfield's a good quarterback or not, he still has that dog mentality. He's still. Yeah,
but he's immature.
That's true. But what really, I'm making the connection to biting your kneecaps and dogs and Baker Mayfield and that kind of stuff with Dan Campbell. But
I understand. Yeah. I understand. It's going to be tough. Let's just say the quarterback market is not as open now as we thought or as it was 2 weeks ago. Like, a lot has changed with the whole Deshaun Watson thing and Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers coming back. There's not many spots left for him, especially if you like some of the young guys in the draft. I might as well just draft them.